couple dishes here. No feed horns. It's too bad. I always throw junk there. Okay, I'm gonna dump some garbage in a drywall. This came from my house, but I used it for the cats, but they knocked it down. Jumped over and knocked it down, so fell down the flight of stairs. So these lights I got yesterday, or the junk removal job, they don't work. They're all garbage. I'm just gonna scrap them. The odd light works, but they're kind of like dead. I thought they were good, but nope. You don't know, right? A lot of times people they throw junk away on purpose, right? Okay. I'm not sure how much lumber I'm going to use. I might use a little bit, but I don't think that much, because I'm going to get long 12-footers and stuff in that garage. Said some of these have metal inside, you know, you can tell the magnet. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that's a good point. So, subscriber, good tip, because it looks like it's plastic, but I guess plastic wouldn't make it strong enough, maybe. Oh, that's heavy, this thing. Oh. Hopefully I can rummage up some jobs. Yeah, that guy who called about those bleachers never called me back. I don't know, sometimes, who knows. Well, tin's not worth very much anyway, so the price is low. Someone said it's $100 now. Not very much money. Not worth it really, but I'll pick it up, you know, makes content, and you know, if I get appliances that has a mortar, it'll be mortar and stuff, right? So I'm not worried about stuff in the garage. There will be a little bit of garbage in the garage, but I'm working on it. I'm bound to get more junk removal jobs too, so hopefully soon. Always comes in bunches, it seems like. You get nothing for 2 weeks and all of a sudden you get 4. The advantage, I'm ready. Most guys, you know, if they're busy, they're too busy, right? I have the advantage. I'm ready right away. No delay. This stuff I'll hold off for now. Worst things, maybe I can recycle it if I have to, but... Okay, so we're gonna go to recycle center first. Or no, I mean to the dump. And then drywall recycle after. Small stuff I can throw in a garbage can, I'm not too worried about. It's just the bigger, like wood and stuff. Can't burn nothing here anyways, so it's regulations. I got quite a bit done in that garage yesterday. We'll show you later. Very surprising how much I got done. Okay, hold on. Okay, I put a bit of a dent in here. Not a crazy amount, but I put stuff there and some stuff upstairs. What I'm going to do is... Someone said, obviously someone said I could build a wall. Yeah, I can build shelves, but I kind of have to, I need to clear area to really work. That's the problem. So there's a lot of crap here, but there's a lot of like stuff like this is just mostly scrap metals. Stuff I can throw in the shed if I have to. But I got quite a bit out of here. Moved anyways. Nothing's been put outside yet, but so I'm going to build this up here, a little more here, and then later on, when those shelves are built, I can see what I can sell, what display after. But yeah, it's a work in progress. Like I have the vise there, a couple big timbers. I can just go outside. Place I'll leave around here somewhere. So ideally, if I can at least get half of this area out, then like I say, I can work on one side. But I'm gonna, the layout I have, that I'm planning to do, I'm just trying to determine how long this is here. Tape measure here. How long of an area I have here? Probably just easier pacing it off. Already. 16, 17, 18, about 18 feet. So it's about 18, 360 square feet, 18 by 18. 18, 300 something. Yeah, so my plan is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have 12-foot shelves, 12-foot shelf, so it's going to, you know, somewhere over here, 12 feet, and this will be open if I get some furniture or some odds and ends. So it'll be 12 here, 12, well, to the panel box, and then I'll leave that a little open, and then I'll put this thing here as like a testing station there, and that shelf will go there, but there'll be 12-foot shelves coming out, one here, two, so there'll be like 2 on each side and 2 in the middle. So it'll be 4 shelves, 12-foot shelves, basically. That could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's at least 10 feet, almost at least 10 feet there. So, and if I want to try a washing machine or a dryer, say dryer, I'll have a plug there, and from there to there should work out for that. There's a lot of stuff here, but once I start moving it around, but ideally what I'm going to do is like I'll clean as much as I can here, right? Have enough area to build a wall, but I don't want to. I kind of want to. I might want to paint it. I might. There's a few things I got to do, so I kind of want to get it all empty here, to be honest. It looks crappy, but it's piled on top of each other. That's the problem. But and I'll throw some stuff away. You know, like wire here, I could take the wire right away. PlayStation 2, stuff like this. I could sell maybe, possibly. Not sure if there's any market, more wire. So I'll take some of this, go through this, and just throw the wire into a wire container. But there'll be a lot of scrap here. Mostly small stuff. Right. I'll kind of have to just stow stuff away. Like the window bar, I'll just throw into the HMS. So I kind of like to want to really work it instead of just throwing it over there. I kind of want to go through a little more. That stuff was more, a little bit better stuff. Some of it. Here now I can see there's a lot of scrap. I can go in the garage. A lot of circuit boards. Like this whole box is just scrap metal. I'll just get the circuit boards. But I want to do it soon. I don't want to wait forever. That's what I'm going to do a little bit of time. Like if you look over here, the circuit boards here. All circuit boards. They're sitting there. More scrap here. That's all I can scrap. I do stuff up here I can scrap. All I do is just, it's supposed to be, it's a power plug for a desk. That's why I kept these kind of cool, right? See how the USBs in there. Just cut a hole in the desk or something, and you got USB and stuff, so it's kind of cool. That's why I kept those. And then what I'm going to do is on this, when the wall's sitting, it's going to go to the stud here. So the wall's going to come from about here this way like that. And then I get those rolling shelves. So the rolling shelves here. The rolling shelves here, and I put my scrap on there, scrap buckets and different things, so I can organize. All these electrical motors will sit on shelves, and then I'll have a little grinding area where I can grind some of my bits and stuff, grind things up. But everything takes time, right? Like this bucket here, for instance, really what's in there? Mostly just scrap. Circuit boards. You know, there's odd little tools and stuff, but it's a light. Inverter box. That's what I say. If I can go through it. If that doesn't work, I just cut the cord off it. There's no point buying a light bulb, it costs too much. It works, see? Actually, we could probably use this. Well, it's pretty bright. Probably gets super hot. Yeah, it's like fire already. That's for probably film. It's on a tripod or some sort of photography. Bell and Howell. Some of that might be collectible. You know, for photography, like just having accessories, right? Well, it got pretty hot. So like I say, that's still good, right? Not broken or nothing. So, but I can almost build a wall, which I might do, but as long as, if I can clean this up a little bit better, and then put whatever I can there. I maybe I'll cherry pick stuff and put it there, and go through boxes, because I don't mind just throwing in a bin half the stuff if I have to. I need to get this organized, it's been too long. Like I have a lot of this, I don't know if I'll ever do anything with this, but these are all, well actually these are good, actually really nice pins, look at that, wow. That's why I kept these. Gold recovery, look at it. Maybe I should smash these apart and just pull the pins out. But really nice gold. Anyways, like I say, it's going to take a little time, but I'm not going to build everything like 100% fast, but maybe like I say, if I put a wall up, then the wall's done, and then I could shuffle stuff around. That should be actually pretty good, because I can almost build the wall right now. I could just this is some better stuff I can throw it there. I could clear this area completely, then move a whole section of junk here, just to get for time being, like the compressor. That's going to be for tire machine. That's a 220. That's why I got it 220 there. So like the compressor, the guy said it worked perfectly. So if it doesn't work, it's gonna be scrap. So he said it worked fine. He gave it to me actually. He was gonna sell it for 100, but he gave it to me. See, plus it's dark. You need to turn the doors open. I need to consolidate some of this stuff here. Like these are X boxes broken, or whatever they are, and stuff like this. Instead of throwing it in the sticky, but throwing it in the garbage or stainless steel, maybe it's sellable. I don't know if I get a lid for it or not. Maybe we could sell it. Something like that. They're worth more than scrap anyways, right? Stainless steel. I'm gonna put the mattress upstairs because I want to keep that, because if I ever do something on my other truck, if I go camping myself or something, I could put a flop bed in there for now. So now you can see it's a bit of a workout. The weather's getting bad now, it's starting to rain, but like all these mortars, I could have them on a shelf, the rolling shelf, the one over here. All I might do is get rid of the plywood, put new plywood, and just touch up kind of a black paint instead of on the ground here, and then I can put these tubs, a bunch of tubs on there. And then when I have a little bucket here, I can constantly dump in there, so it can be all lined up there nicely. Try to organize it a little better. I mean, I might have a nightmare that way and a nightmare mostly there, but try to get this pretty organized. There's just too much. Anything I thought was good, I put there. That's a problem. If I can eliminate, and some of the stuff is just garbage anyways. Like I put this tin can here. Well, it's only 10 cans. It's really nothing. It's not even old. But I thought I could put, you know, stuff in there. But so I'll have to go through things a little bit better, figure it out. Okay, well, with that plastic's going in the garbage. I might get a tub here for garbage. Just all garbage in it, like cardboard, go in recycle bin. And then if it's just pure scrap, it's going to go in a rolly tub. Like this looks like pure scrap here anyways, in this bucket here. Look, it's just pure garbage. So when I moved, I threw everything in buckets just to get it off the property. I can almost show it. Well, these cameras might have some stuff in there. Some transformers. Can go through here a little bit better. You know, like this, I'll take the transformer out. This kind of stuff I'll throw in a rolly tub. And then just slowly just kind of chip at it. So these 10 boxes already that could just, it's just scrap and junk. And like I say, I might, like I say, just put the wall up anyways, get the wall ready. But I kind of want to put a couple plugs here on this side, power plugs. A couple plugs here, then I want to get a power plug here and a power plug that way. So I can plug those directly into a plug, well, on a switch. And then a plug that way outside, and then one outside here. So that way I can plug my lights on a switch. Instead of plugging everything in. And I don't want any cords on the ground. That's still temporary for now. Okay, well, I think we're just going to keep moving ahead. You just can't see nothing here. That's why daytime it's a lot brighter. Like, who knows what's going to sell? I mean, I might not really sell much, but what it is, if someone looks to buy something, then there's the opportunity for him to buy more, you know, like looking at other stuff. So, might end up being like making a sale, right? Like this thing here, I'll probably never use it, but if it works, you know, I might get $5-10 for it, right? So it's throwing in the garbage. That's what I'm saying. Because, you know, I might have some better stuff that I could sell, and I'll say everything on the shelf's for sale. And then this way they're confined to one area only. They're not looking all over my junk and taking my tools, right? It should be a pretty big area. So it'd be like 18 by 18, so pretty big. I was gonna I kind of like to put a backing on the plywood, but really not necessary. But I think it would look a little bit better. The junk won't fall inwards onto the ground. That's kind of, I might just go 8-foot plywood across, just to so the backing of the shelves, the junk doesn't fall into the back and not on the ground. Okay, well, like I say, I like this kind of stuff. This is just garbage, right? Total garbage. And like I say, it looks like a hoarder situation, but like everything's for sale. Hoarders don't sell nothing. That's the difference. Everything you see here, that's in here, I can sell, right? Like those books, I just kept them because I had them left over for somewhere. I'm just going to chuck them. That's what I'm saying, so I can eliminate that box. That's an empty box there. These are empty. All these little boxes over there are empty. So I could eliminate it quite a bit. But I'll have to do like in stages. As soon as I can get enough area here so I can work on this wall here. Right? I can almost work on it now, but I want to get a little bit better here. Maybe weed stuff out. Yeah, so that's probably what I'll do. I have a shelving there too. Whole shelving system, and I think that plywood over there is for that shelf, I believe. That's why the plywood, I kept it. And that wood is just extra wood. I can just pop it, put it somewhere else. It doesn't have to be in here. Okay, well, like I say, like even like something like this, like it's aluminum, so it's a nice piece of aluminum. So I'll have to strip that. That stuff, like I say, can sit outside. The circuit boards will go all in there, in that shed, in their categories. And these all, like this, I don't need this here. Right? Stuff like this, I don't need this here. You know, there's all kinds of cans around here. And that shelf here is a piece of wood. Probably just garbage. Well, I'll keep the wood. Nice to have blocking kind of wood like that, thick like that, if you're blocking something up. Okay, well, I don't know, I think I'm just going to combine this with the first video. It's going to look like, you'll see me in daytime, then you'll see me nighttime, then you'll see the whole video. That's kind of how it's going to go. I also have lots of games here, video games. That's a brand new saw right there. I want to use that. It's a smaller blade. The big one kind of, that one here, I might use that, or I'm going to use something like this. Because this one cuts in the middle, which I like better. That one doesn't have an edge on the end. When you're holding the stuff, I don't like that. This one, so I might use this, got laser driven. This is a grinding, like a planer, right there. Tire machine I'm going to keep for now, because I'm thinking when I get oversized tires, when I have it properly set up, I can do those 22-inch tires and 18-inch tires. Sometimes just cutting the bead off is so quick. That's an option too. All those video games here, I'll have to stick them somewhere over there. It's for temporary, you know, paper cutter. But I could probably use this for cutting gold fingers, right? See, there's a lot of junk here in general, right? Oh yeah, that's the wife was telling me about. Yeah, that's like a platform, and those are the things for it, like that thing there. But I think it's just, I don't know, let's keep it outside for now. And then also, like, I like to have when my shelves here, and I can put my like moving dollies and stuff too along here, along the side, so I can have 2 rolling shelves and some tools and an area I can make for blankets. If I do a job and need a lot of blankets, I can fold them up nicely and leave them here. And then I have specialized dollies, different type of dollies, like more than one of those. If I get a really big job, needs a lot of moving or big dollies or something, I can use that. So, as you can see, it's a hoarder situation, but it's going to be cleaned up. Like something like this. Do I throw it in the garbage or scrap it? No. You're going to buy that, that's probably like 10 bucks, 10, 12, $15 now. But, you know, worst case scenario, I end up scrapping it. But even here, I was looking for tools. I have a beautiful tool set here. You know what I'm saying? So I have to organize everything. Everything will be laid out properly. All my tools on the shelves too, like the big power tools. And the rolly shelves over there, they're steel frame shelves, and they're rollies, and they're really good. And I can keep it maybe around here. Well, the wall will come here, from here down. Well, this wall will come out here. That wall will join like this. So I'll have a bit of a walkway here, not crazy, but maybe here, something like that. It's okay. That was temporary stairs anyways, but it's working for now. I'll leave it. And all these tools, I'm going to have to go through there and see what is actually really good and what is pure garbage. Because some of those tools now, they get too brittle. They sit in the rain, and then over the rain, and they got rot, dry rot. I was going to look at these things here. Like I have some really cool bottles here. Like I was looking at some of them. They're kind of buried now, but I have some really cool bottles I found. They're not old, but they're just cool looking bottles, I'll tell you. Look at that label on that. That's cool. It's only worth 10 cents, but I think I'm just going to keep them for now. Maybe I can make an area I can display the stuff. I'm keeping this one here. Look at the bottle itself. It's got ribbing on it. It's got a nice looking label. It's got a nice looking color. You know, some of these bottles could be worth a lot of money if they're full, right? With alcohol. Look at that one. It's got a key on there. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? Like I'm a bottle collector, but I don't have a lot of bottles left. But so you kind of look at new bottles and you see the colors, you know, you appreciate. That's a gin bottle. I noticed gin bottles have all cool stuff. It's got a key. Look at that. Wow. Gin bottles are the best. They have a lot of cool looking things. Yeah, I got more in here. Like I say, I can only one day I'm gonna pull it out, and then like I say, if I can declutter all this and declutter this completely. Even this thing, I was thinking like I'm gonna repurpose it with something. It's part of a lamp. I'm gonna find something I can do with it. That's why I held on to that. Make a trophy, right? But most of this stuff is like just broken scrap. See, I kept these. These are kind of cool too. Gin. I like those bottles. Color in there. At least got some alcohol inside it. Does it smell like? Oh yeah, it's definitely alcohol. But like, look at the different shapes you can get. Big ones, small ones. That's why I kept these, right? So definitely, like, I enjoy these bottles. They're cool. I don't drink that much, but I could if I want, but I don't. Like, I have bottles that's been sitting my 20 years. They're still not cracked open. I was going to show you, like, even this one's, that one's Hennessy. It's a cool heavy bottle. It probably weighs like 5 pounds, just a bottle. I was going to show you, oh, I got actually, I have one of these. I might throw this in my van. So I like to have one in the big vehicle. I was going to show you a toolbox here. It says copper. Got it from a job somewhere. It says copper. That. Lots of copper in there. It's a heavy box. Huh. See, but that's a little too valuable. I don't know if these are any good, but maybe they are. It's the right person. They're used. I think I would just probably scrap that, but these joints are good. Little maintenance kit here, see that? For repairs. So I kept it. I thought maybe there's value there besides the scrap value. Like that joint could cost you $2, $3. Who knows nowadays? It's so expensive everything. So that one I might scrap some of the pipes, but for now I'll leave it. I still got stuff in the van there. I want to take out the rolly dolly, that rolly thing. Okay, well, you'll see progress here soon. If I had a helper, it would be okay too. If I can get someone to work for me, you know, work in my yard, doing junk removal if I need it, doing scrap, stuff like that, and a little bit of, like a handyman. That's not crazy priced, you know, someone that wants to make a little extra money. That's what I'm looking for. Right, if we're doing a job, yeah, I'll pay you better money for sure. But if we're doing scrap, it's not a lot of money in scrap. That's the problem. But when it comes to working and you're making money, I don't mind paying. Like I pay usually 25, 30 bucks an hour, 30 bucks sometimes, depends. Most times you only work 2 hours, right? That's the problem. You don't have a full-time job. We can't really hire anybody. That's what I'm trying to build it up right now. If I build it up and I get a lot of jobs, and I can hire someone, then I can pay someone $25, $30 an hour. You know, if I'm getting better contracts and making money, you know, you make, you know, $700, $800 a day or $1,000 a day. You know, 30 bucks an hour is really not that much. Like, you know, for me, it's still okay. It's okay pay, but you know, you're working 8 hours. It's only 240 bucks, right? And then you pay a little extra on top of holiday pay and that. But, anyways, it's working out. Here's that's our video game. No, it's not actually. Something else. Looks like a video game controller, but I don't know why this is broken here. It might be good for something. Okay, I think that's it here. We'll just continue with this dumping this garbage and all that. Okay.